All right, so every year in October, I watch as many Halloween and horror-related films as I'm able to. Now, I know a lot of you out there do 31 films for Halloween, but that's not really feasible for me considering all the other movies I watch. But I was able to pull out 22 films this past October that were Halloween-related. One of those films I watched this year was the 1999, very corny but incredibly fun, Idle Hands. Jason Emmett here with the Movie Mix. I'm not ashamed to say it. I like the 99 film. It's dumb, but in the best way possible. And the soundtrack to Idle Hands is awesome. So that alone makes it worth a watch. So if you don't know the movie, it stars Devon Sawa as a lazy teenager whose hand gets possessed and starts killing people despite him trying to fight against it. This is a straight-up horror comedy. Seth Green's in it, Eldon Henson, Jessica Alba, and Vivica A. Fox. This movie didn't make a lot of money. Actually, it barely made money, and it didn't do well critically, but all my genre friends agree that this movie is fun as hell, and it has become quite the cult film over the years. So why am I bringing up Idle Hands, you may ask? Well, because of a remake, of course. Jason Reitman is teaming up with Finn Wolfhard and Billy Burke to remake the property under the Sony banner. What's more, Wolfhard and Burke are also in talks to direct the film after their 2023 Summer of Hell premiered at the Toronto Film Festival. Now, those two actually wrote and directed that film, which has been picked up by Neon and will premiere in 2025. The word on Summer of Hell, which is also a horror comedy, suggests that these two might just be the perfect duo to take on the Idle Hands reboot. Reitman, who worked with Wolfhard in Ghostbusters, is set to produce. Now, in an interview with Variety, Wolfhard said, "Our number one conversation was how annoying it is to see new teen movies and how badly our age group is represented." I think I can agree with that, actually. To me, there's a glut in films targeted towards their demographic, and when they do come out, they just aren't very good. Now, I see a ton of potential with this one, as it could easily be geared to the youth market, but it could also pull in the nostalgia crowd like myself. If we go back to the 90s, like 94 through 99, we got a ton of these movies geared towards this age group, and they all did really well. And you're starting to see them come back because no one really knows what to do. Look at the Scream franchise. Look at I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know, it's getting a reboot or whatever, sequel, I guess it is, kind of like Scream did. And now Idle Hands. So it kind of makes me wonder where we're going to go next. This is also the exact sort of film that I think they should remake. Now, I say it all the time. Remakes don't really bother me so much as they do a lot of other people, but there are also a bunch of films out there that are more prime for a remake, that have a good premise, but people have kind of forgotten about them. The people don't really remember that those films exist. The problem is Hollywood wants to keep rebooting previously successful films, which makes sense, but those movies, they don't need to be remade. Don't get me wrong, I love Idle Hands, but not many people remember it until I just brought it back up. Most of you probably hadn't remembered Idle Hands, and today's youth, they've likely never heard of this movie. Now, just in case you're wondering what original cast member Devon Sawa thinks about this, here's what he had to say. I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it better be them two fine lads. Good luck, fellas. Now, here's hoping for a Sawa, Henson, Green cameo in this movie. I mean, that would be great and really set things off. But I'm kind of looking forward to this one. I love the original. I'm excited to see where they're going to go with the reboot. But what do you guys think? I mean, do you think, as far as reboots, remakes go, do you think this is a good one? And do you have fond memories of the original? Have you ever seen the original, and what did you think of it? Drop a comment down below. You can like and share this, but what I really want you to do is, use your possessed hand and press that subscribe button. Guys, if you haven't watched Idle Hands in a while, go back and check it out. It's a lot of fun, and stay awesome.